clothes.
What's going on, YouTube? Checking in with y'all tonight. Currently in Middlesboro, Kentucky, right on the border of Tennessee and Virginia. I've been at Prime for a year now. Officially been here for a year. My lease will be a year in November, but my hire date, I've been here for over a year now, so I'll have to recap that, but that's not the subject of this video. I'm making this video to talk about the money that I've made training so far. Last time I spoke about it, it was a very small sample size, 3 or 4 weeks with Myra on the truck, so I spoke about what I could. But now that I have, over 2 months, 3 months as a trainer, I can put together a more accurate average, which is going to change because last week I had the best week I've had as a trainer. But y'all know I keep it 100. I don't want to just hype up the good weeks and not talk about the bad weeks, because that's what you get with a lot of guys on YouTube that want to make paycheck videos to talk about how much money they make. They want to turn the camera on when they have a really good week, but they just had 3 real crappy weeks or 3 average weeks that you don't hear about. So last week's check, which I got paid last Friday, was really good. It's the most I've made since I've been a trainer and since I've been out here. The week before that I made $3.80. Why did I make $3.80? We had to go pick up a load out of the Salt Lake City terminal in Utah. So we were coming through inbound. Those of y'all who are not familiar with Prime, we have the inbound and outbound lanes as you come to a terminal. You go through inbound, they walk around the truck, they inspect the truck and the trailer, and if they spot something that needs to be fixed, then you got to get it fixed, And basically the mechanic that walked around the truck spotted on my drive axle, one of my drive axles, on the driver's side, had a broken U-bolt. And I wanted to see it because I did my pre-trip. I couldn't tell. I didn't see anything. I knew something was wrong with the truck because when we were turning the wheel hard left or hard right to back up or go forward, the truck didn't want to move. It was doing a lot of jerking and shaking. You had to give it a lot of gas. So I knew something was wrong. I just didn't know what it was. I'm checking power steering fluid and stuff. I'm trying to figure out what it is. But anyways, that ended up being the problem. And he pointed it out to me, and just looking at it, I couldn't see where it was broken. It wasn't a glaring defect, but when I looked really, really close, I could see where it was broken. But it's not something that, you notice just walking by like, hey, that's obviously broken. But I had to get that fixed. So we ended up being down for 36 hours, basically 2 days, and to get that fixed. And while I was there in the shop, I went ahead and got the annual DOT inspection done on my truck because it was due in 2 weeks. So I went ahead and got it done while I was already in the shop. When they did that, they found that the torque bar needed to be fixed and the 5th wheel was out of alignment, which I didn't even know that could happen. So we got all that fixed while I was there. Thankful that ended up going to Salt Lake City and getting those things fixed. Because 2 days later, we were out in Washington. Sony was driving. We got pulled into a scale, and they decided to do a roadside DOT inspection on us, a level 1, the whole kit and caboodle, the most thorough inspection you can get out here. They check everything, and I had just got the annual DOT inspection done 2 days ago, so I wasn't nervous at all. Truck passed with flying colors. Everything was gravy. So that's why that week I made $3. After all my expenses with fuel, the wage expense for Sony, what was left over for me was $3. So it is what it is. So that was actually Sony's first week on the truck. So $3. Second week with him on the truck, the week we're here to talk about, we did 3 loads. Side note, the first load we did, we picked it up on a Monday, delivered on a Wednesday. Payroll with Prime ends Tuesday. It's Tuesday to Tuesday. But when you have a load delivering Wednesday, you can contact your fleet manager and ask them to push that load onto the pay cycle that just ended. So I could have done that, but I decided not to do it. I decided I'm just going to let next week be a really good week. So we started off that week. I was $1,500. That low was $1,500. So started that week off really good, and the week ended great. So what I made, what the truck made, revenue for that week was $9,852. That's the most my truck has made in a given week since I've been here as a trainer. Definitely solo. 3 loads, but I have to note that $500 of that total revenue was from the bonus that I got for Myron's upgrade. Whenever your student upgrades, you get a $500 bonus. So 500 of that was for that. And then I mentioned we had that roadside inspection. We passed with flying colors. That's $100 that you get. They gave me $75. They gave Sony $25 because he was the one on duty. So $575 of that $9,800 was from the upgrade, Myron's upgrade, and the roadside inspection. But nonetheless, it's still earned revenue. It's still earned income. So $9,852. I was really happy, as anybody would be. At the end of the day, still had my expenses come out. Expenses total, fixed costs, variable costs, wage expenses was only $4,400. Really high, but that's to be expected. We spent probably close to $2,000 on fuel. We had a lot of miles we had to run through coming from the northeast out west. So a lot of mountains and just a lot of miles. We did over 6,000 miles that week. So spent a lot on fuel, but at the end of the day, what I was left with was $4,600 and we'll just say $50. That's what I took home last week. The best week I've had as a trainer. The truck made just under $10,000, $9,800. I took home $4,600. It was a really good week. This week that just ended, the week I'm gonna get paid for. Today is Thursday, so tomorrow I'm taking home $1,800. We had to get back to get Myron dropped off, Sony dropped off. It wasn't the best week, but $1,800 really, I'll take it. You know what I mean? It's better than nothing. But as a trainer, I think my true average, definitely with Myron on the truck, my average take home after all expenses was about $2,800 a week. $2,800, $3,000 a week. With Sony on the truck, I had a week with $1,800, a week with $4,000, and a week with $3. So that's basically what, $6,000. So roughly with Sony on the truck, it's about the same. So basically, what I'm getting at is, as a trainer, over these last 2.5 months, my average take home has been basically $2,800 to $3,000. That's what everything is averaging out to be, which is fine. I was averaging $1,500 a week solo. The goal, the minimum goal as a trainer was to double the income I was bringing home solo, which is basically right where I'm at. $2,800, $3,000 is right in that ballpark range of doubling the income. So I'm satisfied with it. Not sure if I'm gonna train for the rest of the year because I'm really not trying to. It would probably have to be a perfect situation. It'd probably have to be another student in the same situation as Sony. Only got 15,000 miles to do because I'm really not trying to train nobody in the wintertime because I don't want to deal with. I personally don't want to go out west and to these known areas, Dead Man's Pass, Cabbage Patch, Grapevine, all them areas where roads get shut down for snow. I don't want to be out there. Personally, and I damn sure don't want to be out there, excuse my language, with a new driver behind the wheel while I'm trying to sleep and they're driving through a blizzard or something. So I'm not really looking forward to that. So I'm gonna probably try to. Okay, got a random call in the middle of my video, but I was in it anyway. So yeah, I'm not really feeling that. So probably gonna try to rock out solo. Definitely gonna ride solo throughout the winter time. That way I can avoid going to those parts of the country altogether. And I'll probably get back on the training to springtime once that snow and stuff starts to die down out west, out the northwest and everything. So Like I said, barring I stumble across somebody who has 15,000 miles, I can get them done in 4 weeks tops. Probably not gonna be dealing with another student. But that's that, man. Just wanted to come through and let y'all know what the money was looking like, or has been looking like for me thus far as a trainer. And keep pushing forward from there. So as always, appreciate y'all for rocking with me, checking in, all that good stuff. So as always, till next time, y'all be easy.